Well, I think that we've demonstrated an ability to respond to the information that we have at the time very well throughout the entire COVID crisis, and we're still doing that now. This situation, I know it feels like everything's better because we're not wandering around in masks every day and in every state, and we're not in lockdown in every state. But that said, the crisis isn't over, and we're very well insulated and isolated from the problems here. We don't want to rush a program that would potentially put us at a health risk again and an economic risk too. But that said, we are all pushing for exactly the same thing.
And countries overseas that have successfully rolled out the bulk of their vaccination program is starting to open up to the rest of the world. Whereas here, yes, we've successfully fought off the disease, but we've now banned Australians from leaving India, and they threaten with jail time if they somehow find a loophole to get back. Are you comfortable with that?
I think everybody's found this to be an extraordinarily difficult decision, but we have responded to the advice of the Chief Medical Officer, who has invoked the Biosecurity Act here. That's all within international laws. It's not something we want, which is why, of course, it will be reviewed in the 15th of May.
The CMO did not recommend jail time or $60,000 penalties. That was a decision by government, was it not?
He did not. No, that's a decision. That's a function of the Biosecurity Act, which is what was invoked by the Chief Medical Officer's advice. This is not what anybody wants. We want to see Australians returned home, but we want to see that done safely. We know that we could see our quarantine facilities becoming overwhelmed by cases from India. We saw that 57% of positive cases were from returned travellers from India, up from only 10% the week before. And that was really what prompted this. But certainly this is not something that any of us want to continue for any length of time. And we're looking forward to the 15th of May when that can be reassessed.
Reassessed, but no guarantee. Just one final question. Alan Tudge said this morning that our hotel quarantine systems, particularly Howard Springs, can only handle 2% of positive cases. That seems remarkably low. Do we need to improve that?
Well, I think that, there's a medical resourcing issue. It's not just quarantine, but it's medical resources as well. Obviously, Howard Springs is a reasonably remote facility, and we did see Howard Springs have an increase in cases of up to 15% before this decision was made by the Chief Medical Officer. So we're responding as the needs arise with the best information that we have to hand. But we would like to see this next couple of weeks, the situation improves and we can reopen our borders to India once more and return those travellers. I should say we have already returned, I think it's around 200,000 travellers. Sorry, I should have my numbers there, from all corners of the globe.
Look, it's about 150,000.
Back to Australia.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. But we have had a concerted effort of returning travellers from all over Australia. This is not what any of us want to see, but it's a necessary evil just for a short period of time.
Indeed. Look, it is just a couple of days, less than a week before the budget. And I know you've been in many, many briefings and it's a busy time. So we appreciate you giving us the time, Jane Hume.
Great to be with you, Laura.